Hello and a very good morning to all of you once again. If you just tuned in, you are watching Good Morning Sri Lanka on MTV Sports with me, Vasam Ismail. And before the break, I did tell you we have a few interesting guests in the studio. One of them is from the management committee of CIM Sri Lanka, and the other two representatives are from the CIM student committee. And to introduce you to our first guest, we have Keith De Silva. Hello, Keith.
Hi,
and Keith is from the management committee of CIM Sri Lanka. How are you doing, Keith?
Doing good this morning.
Doing very well. Very good to hear. And of course we have Lalaka Medawata and Sukita Gunasekara from the student committee of CIM Sri Lanka. Good morning, people.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
Doing good.
Of course, the reason we have met up this morning is to discuss the event which is coming up on the 26th of March, which is the next big thing, as they call it for this year, the Future Marketers Conference. Keith, if you can just elaborate a little bit about the event that's coming up.
Yes, the Chartered Institute of Marketing Sri Lanka region is involved with this, and the student committee, there's a student committee that comprises of all the students who are studying this Chartered Institute of Marketing qualification that's offered by UK. It's a charter, and we have a separate student committee, and this flagship event is by the students. It's called the Future Marketers Conference, and last year we had a similar conference, and this is the second year that they're doing it. And yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to stop right here a little bit, and we will definitely get to the event and we will discuss it in detail. But I'm going to try and understand something, especially for our viewers. Now, everyone has heard of this term CIM. People have heard of CIM, CIMA, a lot of educational institutes which are in and around the country. And of course, certain people know when you say CIM, okay, marketing. The first thing sometimes with which they recall when you say marketing is CIM. Are you CIM qualified? But not many people really understand the depth of which CIM really brings forward. So if any of you can just elaborate and give our audience a little bit of a feel of what CIM is actually about.
Yes, I would like to take that question. Yes, CIM is basically the Chartered Institute of Marketing, and that's what it stands for, the CIM. And it's a qualification offered by the United Kingdom. And we as Sri Lankans, we have the Chartered Institute of Marketing Sri Lanka region. And we offer the same qualification. It's part of the regional board. And it is for marketing. The qualification, as it says, is marketing, chartered marketing. Yeah, it's basically the marketing qualification that's offered in Sri Lanka. Now we have other qualifications that you were talking about with CIMA. It's for accountancy and ACCA. Then we have local marketing body, which is for the whole of Sri Lanka, and that's SLIM. You would have heard of that as well. It's Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. We are directly related to the Chartered Institute of Marketing, which is from UK, United Kingdom, and we offer the same qualification that is offered in United Kingdom. So this is a qualification that's offered in Sri Lanka by the Chartered Institute of Marketing, UK, under the Sri Lanka Region Board.
I see. Now I'm going to throw a question at you all. Common perception, I would say, is sometimes people think, okay, when you say CIM, I'm doing CIM. CIM is a piece of cake. What do you have to say to that?
Well, yes and no. If you do it correctly, if you do it rightly, it can be a piece of cake, but it's not, you can't take it very lightly. You have to do your studies day to day, you have to follow. Basically, this is a course based on assignments.
Goodness, there are 12 subjects involving 3 assignments in each stage and 9 assignments.
So you can't cram
obviously
overnight.
It's not going to be a piece of cake.
Okay, so it's a course which runs in 3 stages, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And within the 3 stages, you don't recommend people to really go for the course in Jiffy, where sometimes people try to attempt crash courses.
That I would avoid. For me, I would avoid doing that, because you can't eat an elephant overnight. That sort of.
The reason why I'm asking you guys this question is you are representatives of the student body, and right now you are current students of CIM, and you are experiencing it as we speak. I'm sure when you go back after the interview this morning, I'm sure after work you will have a few assignment work to attend to.
Oh, yeah. Because each year there are like 4 semesters that you need to each year there are like 4 semesters. So the next assignment date would be in June.
I see.
So obviously,
I
times
see.
are tough.
All right. Just coming back to the management committee and the student committee, can you just elaborate on what the management committee of Sri Lanka, CIM Sri Lanka, what is it about, and what are the kind of activities that you all do?
Yes, Wasam, there is a board that governs the Chartered Institute of Marketing Sri Lanka region, and we have a chairperson and secretary, treasurer, and the management committee, the board members, and then you have the management committee, which is it's a not-for-profit organization. So you have the management committee who are all volunteers, and even the board members are all volunteers. They hold these positions to volunteer by volunteering, and they're all professionals in the industry and marketing related industries. And so the management committee that I represent is also by volunteerism, and most of the members are volunteers, and there are members who have completed CIM and who has
I see. So, if I'm not mistaken, Keith, the management committee of CIM has been around in Sri Lanka for some time now, and you all do have a CIM office here in Sri Lanka. And also, now, how does it work? I know you said it's not for profit, but how does it work? Is it a body which is moderated from CIM UK, or how is that process?
Yes, I can't get into too much details. This is not the forum for that. But basically, we are representing the United Kingdom in Sri Lanka. So there are certain things that we are allowed to do here under the flagship of the CIM. So we have a certain duty to perform in Sri Lanka, which is what we do as getting students to participate, as well as because Sri Lanka region is the biggest CIM body outside of United Kingdom, and he has the highest number of students.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, that's excellent to know.
Yes. So
Also, the student committee of CIM, I'm told that it is fairly new, or has it been around for some time?
Well, it started in say end of 2011. We actually properly activated and started engines running in 2012, year of 2012. We did quite a few events. We are quite active at the moment.
Just to elaborate on a few events that were done in the past.
Well, we have to commemorate 100th year of CIM. We did a CIM walk.
This is 100 years in UK or Sri Lanka?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
United
From the inception of
Yes.
CIM.
CIM. Yes.
We had a few fun events. We had a bowling competition. Then our flagship event last year, CIM Future Marketers Conference.
Which is what we'll be discussing in a little while as well.
Definitely.
So the first times the Future Marketers Conference was done was back in 2012.
2012, yeah.
I see. And this is the second year which you will be hosting, rather, the Future Marketers Conference, which is done by the management committee as well as the student committee. Okay, we're going to go in for a short break, but when we come back, we are going to find out what exactly is happening with the Future Marketers Conference, which is on the 26th of March. We'll be discussing it in detail, so stay tuned for that.